Do you need a mint for the cold open?
Wow, you're just a real today to me.
He walks in this morning and he says, good morning. And I go, good morning. And he goes, ooh, someone's in a bad mood.
Oh, stop. You do it to me. You can immediately tell when you're in a mood. You do that with me. Don't even act
But I didn't
like
even act like I was.
You did.
Do you think that works?
Oh, Jeff, it's not the time.
Awkward. Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. Every day. We do it our own way. Sing it out every day. Yeah, let's make it a good day. Every day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Now, here's Jason.
So you might have noticed I walked out of here with my phone. I don't usually have the phone out on stage here. Fallon and I run back in the breaks to see if anyone's yelling at us. So, but I have it out for a reason because I've been telling you my adventures with the NextDoor app. Thank you, Aaron. Right? Yeah. I'm on NextDoor. You know, it's a neighborhood app where they spread gossip. They tell you where to find plants, coyote sightings. So I've signed up, and it's been a constant source of entertainment for me. About 5 minutes ago, or a little longer than that, I get this notification because I have notifications set up. And this is the notification. Jeff took we have a picture of it right here. A UFO at about 8:35 flying over Jennings Bay. Yes. So I was like, holy crap. So here's the post. This is, her name's Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Cindy writes, hi, Cindy. Did anyone happen to see a UFO at about 8:35 flying over Jennings Bay? It was very colorful with red, green, and white lights, maybe blue, flying lower than a plane really should. It was completely silent. Stopped again, and then continued. My husband and I both saw it, so I'm not crazy. That's a topic for another day, but we did happen to get a photograph. Bjorn happened to be in my neighborhood and was out there at the time, so we have a picture of the UFO right there. There it is. Yeah, right there. There it is. If anyone wants to come, I'll see if there's room. That's right. She's my alien sister. Give it up for Fallon, everybody. We come in peace. Oh. How you doing, friend? Good. Well, out of all the things to see on that app.
That's nothing. Get ready. I'm telling you, with the notifications on,
better than a UFO sighting?
You've invited chaos into your life by having the notifications on.
I have loved it. I don't care. People, they're helpful. They tell me we're the best Italian places. We're the best. That I'm down with.
Absolutely.
I have to stop responding to people though, because no. I just mean because not responding, but I have to. I'm putting too much out there. I have to scale back. Colin's not liking it, so no. I gotta. He's like, you don't need to say everything, Jason.
Oh, I don't say anything. I just watch.
Yeah.
I'm a watcher.
I need to do that. How was your weekend?
It was great. You know, Easter festivities. I did tell Olive that we have the snake Discovery on tomorrow, my 5-year-old, and she has kind of an interest in snakes, so I texted you guys and asked if she could come tomorrow.
Yeah, so she'll be here tomorrow?
She's coming tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe I can try to get Colin to come in too, because Colin is petrified of snakes.
Oh.
So we'll try to break him of his fear.
Okay.
Olive and Colin together. Who will come closer to the snake? Colin or Olive? Yeah.
It'll be touch and go. Olive she's curious, but she's apprehensive. She said yes, and then immediately was like, but I mean, I don't know that I want to be near him.
I know.
Like, okay, all right.
Olive probably would get closer than my better half.
That's possible.
He can't even look at snakes. If there's a snake on television on a show, he has to look away. He can't even look
I don't blame him.
Even fake snakes freaks him out.
If you watch any footage from any time she's ever been on the show, I am the same. If I hold the snake, I go like this. I don't want to look at it. Yeah.
That's tomorrow, though. But right now, let's get started. It's time for the hot dish. Roll it, Leo. Here we go. Woo. Hot topics served in a casserole dish. By the way, really quick, I want to congratulate Director Leo because Director Leo, other than being a fantastic director, he plays, what the hell's it?
He's curling.
Curling, that's it. And he won a curling championship over the weekend. That's right. Now back to the dish. It's time for the hot dish, everybody. Compelling, brutal, heartbreaking, not a Jason Show meeting. These are just a few of the words to describe the latest episode of HBO's mega hit, The Last of Us. Now, both Fallon and I watched, but we promise we will not spoil what happened because it was ginormous. Let's just say episode 2 of season 2 delivered one of the biggest moments of the show so far. It proved the show plans to follow what happened in the video game that it's based on. That's basically all we want to say. Truly, because if you go on social media, even if you don't watch The Last of Us, you will see this everywhere online today. So my poor friend Colleen is trying to avoid the computer because she hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, I texted my friend Tina the same thing. I said, girl, you better watch it ASAP because you're not going to be able to avoid spoilers for very long. Like, I'm sure they're completely out there as of now.
And I don't know if you'll agree, but not just the big thing that happened, but I think it is one of the most non-stop, exciting, exhilarating hours of television I have seen in a very long time.
Yeah, it's very high anxiety, which I typically don't like when shows are like that all the time. That I don't like that because they were like the show Your Honor was so good, but I did not like that I was stressed out the entire episode, every episode.
Yeah.
So this one was like that, but luckily the show wasn't constantly like that every episode.
Yeah, there's like levels. Like
Yes.
Matlock stresses me out. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it stresses me out.
Okay.
Are they going to find out Kathy Bates' secret? It freaks me out. If Matlock, oh, this is good. If Matlock is a 6, this episode to me was like a 9.
At the end of the episode, Jake and I just sat in silence for a moment. We were just like, okay.
Okay, girl, here's what not to do. I'll do you one better. This was the last thing we watched last night. I went upstairs, I went to bed, and I couldn't sleep. So what did I turn on? 60 Minutes about the bird flu.
No.
Never watch something about the bird flu right before you go to bed. Just, yeah. I went from The Last of Us to bird flu. Yeah. Next in the dish, let's lighten things up, shall we? One of the funniest shows from last year is back for season 2. We're getting our first look at, come back to the TV. Come back to the TV. This is the smile we all need. Here's the trailer for season 2 of Conan O'Brien Must Go.
It's very important to get a local guide. Is it Javier Bardem? Is it Bardem?
Yeah, I was forced to be here.
1, 2, 3, 4. When in New Zealand, you have to. With Taika Waititi.
There we go.
These are good eyes, right?
They're good eyes for the
Then
freak
why don't you put me in a film?
This is it.
No! That's it, guys. Let's go! I can do this all day. In fact, I think I will.
person.
Alarming.
Alarming. Oh my God! Look at them go!
Yes. So, in season two, our buddy Conan visits New Zealand, Spain, and Austria. I mean, you could tell Austria. And yeah, meeting with fans and learning customs of the countries. That's the whole premise. That's the whole premise of the show. And again, as you saw, it premieres May 8th on Max. This cements my love of Conan and how great some of the best bits Conan ever did on late night or when he did the Tonight Show for like 17 minutes were his his remote shoots. This proves he's a master of these.
I didn't watch season 1. I don't know why.
Oh, Fallon.
I love Conan.
Please, you and Jake will. It's nonstop. It's funny. It's not only fascinating because you do actually learn a little bit about wherever he's going, but it's Conan.
Yes.
You will laugh your butt off.
When I was younger, I preferred Conan to all the other late night hosts. I know you're a big David Letterman, but I liked Conan the best between Jay, Dave, and Conan.
It perfectly fits. We're about 10 years difference in age, and Conan is your Letterman. Letterman, and then people older than me was Johnny. So yeah, again, May 8th. Lots more to come. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Oh, you gotta watch season 1 though. I think it's like 4 episodes. More Hotdish coming your way. Plus one of my favorite influencers, Lisa Breckenridge, with a great recipe. By the way, I heard from my better half in the commercial break, it is a hard pass on the snakes. Yeah, he said Olive can have all the snakes tomorrow, yeah. More just for you. Lady Gaga wraps up her Coachella gig with a few issues, and the romance no one on this planet saw coming. Joining me live with those stories and more, oh, look who it is. Give it up for Michael Babcock from TMZ. Hi, buddy.
How you doing, Jason? It's been
How you doing?
long.
Good to see you.
I'm doing great. It's great to see you. How are you? How is everything?
I'm doing great, man. Okay, Coachella. Coachella's over. Following weekend 2, the big headline, Lady Gaga proved, if anyone had any doubts, she's a pro, man. Tell the folks what happened.
Yeah, she is, and she is one of the very few performers, Jason, I'd say that, in 2025 here, still sings live, and it was proven this weekend. So she was the Friday night headliner, weekend 2 Coachella, and she is out there. I mean, she's got thousands and thousands of fans there in the desert watching her, and she is singing Abracadabra, of course, one of her hits, and the mic keeps going out, Jason. So it went out a couple of different times. Ultimately, they ended up taking the mic away temporarily. That was kind of strapped to her face, and they give her a handheld microphone, and then the show went off without a hitch. At the end of the show, Jason, she says, first of all, I am sorry that the mic kept going out. Thank you for knowing the songs. Thank you for helping me sing. And she said, at least you all know now that I do sing live, which cannot be debated.
I gotta say, maybe I'm in the minority. As a fan, I actually like when that kind of thing happens because it shows that they're real and that they are really singing. I don't mind that.
I could not agree more. And that's just how it goes. I mean, right, if you wanted perfect, in the studio, it sounds incredible. You listen to the, radio or listen to the, your Spotify. I mean, this is what live performances are about.
Yes.
And I think the fans did not care at all. They had a blast, and they love her.
Okay, Michael, I never thought that I would live to see this pairing. This is
Me neither.
Yeah, a pair of stars used Easter Sunday to announce their romance. Who's in the basket?
Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus. That's the relationship. That's the relationship. They, on Sunday, like you said, Easter Sunday, there is the photo. I mean, look, they didn't explicitly say that they're in a relationship in the caption, but they wrote Happy Easter. There's a heart. Their family members are commenting, so it didn't seem like this came as a surprise to anybody, either in the Hurley family or in the Cyrus family. But obviously, Billy Ray was with Tish for a very long time, no longer together. He's single, she's single. and now we've got the relationship that nobody saw coming.
Michael, is Billy Ray getting dreads? Did I see that right, or is it just?
That's a great. It looks like it in the photo. It does. That I don't know about. You know, I love hair, Jason.
I do.
I am a big hair guy.
I'm just thinking so domestically. I'm thinking, oh, if they live together, that's poor bathroom drains. That's a lot of hair.
Right.
For their mutual house.
Right. And you don't wash it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
He just looked a little dirty. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Maybe they just decided to spend Easter together for some reason, and they're not in a relationship.
They decided, Michael, you're being so nice. They decided to spend Easter together, go to a fence, kiss, and post it. Sure, Michael, sure.
Who doesn't do that? What did you do yesterday, Jason?
I was at my house watching Matlock. Are you kidding me? Yeah. Give it up for Michael Babcock, everybody.
That sounds fun. Bye, Jason.
How did they even meet? That's the most bizarre thing to me.
Right?
I feel like he just kind of hangs out in Tennessee, right?
Yeah, and I mean this with love. Ringo Starr, peace and love. I mean this. But don't you all get the feeling that both of them are just a cup of Nutter Butter? I mean, just, you know what I mean? So they're probably perfect for each other. It's just a little tablespoon
Until they're not.
A little tablespoon of Nutter Butter. You know what I mean? Just they're a little crazy.
Well, his last wife/girlfriend, remember, Fire Rose? Wasn't that her name?
Oh, that's right.
That was very quick. Yeah.
And Elizabeth I love, but she's, you know, she's, Anyway, more of that at TMZ.com. More dish for you. Ready for a fresh start. Just weeks after announcing that she's leaving the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, my girl, I love her, Garcelle, right there on the left, is making a clean break from her former castmates and, well, some of her former friends. Over the weekend, people noticed that she unfollowed all of her co-stars, including, that's like basically the 2025 version of giving someone the middle finger, but yeah, including good friend, like real friend, Sutton Strack on Instagram. This comes, you guys have been following this with me, this comes after Garcelle walked out of the reunion for Beverly Hills and refused to take a final cast picture. She said she didn't really feel supported by the cast anymore, said that they were basically awful. Garcelle does still follow friends of the cast, Kathy Hilton and Jennifer Tilly. This aside, because this doesn't really surprise me, Garcelle made her feelings very clear about the show. I think she really felt hurt by Sutton because they were legit real friends, not Bravo manufactured friends. And I can guess by the body language that during the run of the reunion, Sutton's lack of support of Garcelle was kind of the final nail. Realizing, oh my goodness, the person on the cast that I actually thought was my friend isn't really my friend, and that was it.
That the show would be more important than friendship, absolutely.
We talk about this, especially if you're unfollowing someone. It is basically, it signals to that person that you're over. I mean, that's...
Well, yeah, that also when you're celebrities, that's people watch that stuff close. They're like, oh, these people unfollowed each other. They have something's going on. But I don't notice it typically, but then if I do notice someone unfollowed me, I'll be like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, why are they mad at me?
I did it. I unfollowed someone that we were in a little
drama.
No, I tell you guys everything. No, I did it, and I instantly regretted it because I should have just muted them for a while, and I have no problem admitting that I was wrong with that, but I shouldn't have, because it is a signal to that person that you are done with them, and that's exactly how they took it, and I felt really bad about that.
Yeah, typically if I'm like, I don't want to follow this person anymore, we don't have any reason, I still feel guilty, so yeah, I will mute them and mute like their stories, their everything, so I don't see them, and then it doesn't affect me, but...
Yeah, I do mute some people because this drives me crazy. Next up, two great shows. Two great shows, two very different perspectives on aging. During a recent episode of her podcast, Are You Charlotte, Kristen Davis talked to Today's Show host Jenna Bush Hager about the comparisons between her show, Sex and the City, and The Golden Girls. Both shows featured 4 single women as the lead characters, as you guys know, dealing with relationships between friends, love interest, etc. But Kristen was shocked when she learned how old the Golden Girls actually were supposed to be when the show aired. Listen to this.
And I don't know how old those characters were meant to be.
They were meant to be in their 50s.
Oh, that's so painful.
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that so crazy? We've like talked about that before, Hoda and I, and we were like, what? That has changed. Don't you feel like aging has changed?
Thank God.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone.
No, we love those Golden Girls.
Of course.
They're living in a retirement community.
Jenna.
I know, sorry.
Traumatized.
Believe me, I know. It's crazy.
I can't even believe that.
I know.
I thought they were 80.
No, I know. Me too.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So you heard right. The Golden Girls were in their 50s when the show started, just like Sex and the City in its later years. Yeah, in Sex and the City, the movie, Samantha, remember, at the end, celebrated her 50th birthday. Davis says it's good to remember how society expected women to lead their lives at that time. Yeah, because under those rules, I'm a golden gay. You know what I mean? I'm 50. I mean, I'm supposed to be, yeah.
Not just that, but how women like carry themselves also, because obviously they have their hair, their clothing, everything. They feel like they're dressing older than they are, which was probably almost like you had to, I guess, during that time. I don't know. It's just very interesting. Obviously, Sex and the City girls, very different with how they dress and do their hair and everything and carry themselves.
It's just weird to think about, too. My other little fun fact is Rue McClanahan and Estelle Getty were actually the 2 youngest, and Estelle played the oldest.
Yes.
It's crazy to think about. Sticking with TV, oh, this is great. You know I love telling you to watch something. Disney Plus is taking us behind the scenes of literal movie magic in the 2nd season of the show, Light and Magic. It focuses on the special effects created by the amazing company Industrial Light and Magic. That is the company founded by George Lucas. Watch.
This was an enormous undertaking, and the scale and scope of it was overwhelming.
I know it's going to work because it's impossible.
This was the first time we were going to create a CG character that could live in a live-action film.
We weren't prepared for the backlash. But because we were all together, we were going to make this thing work.
Season 2 features an episode. Season 2 features an episode all about the making of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace in 1999. I'll try to be concise with this. The episode, even though it's a show, a documentary about special effects, it was very special and it got very emotional because, not to get too inside baseball, but as you heard them reference there, Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, had the first completely computer-generated lead character, Jar Jar Binks. And you may also remember, if you turn on your Wayback Machine of pop culture, Jar Jar Binks was an incredibly divisive character. People hated him. Even in the early days of the internet, there were entire websites devoted to hating on Jar Jar Binks. And by extension, the actor who brought Jar Jar to life, Ahmed Best. And in this series, you saw Ahmed there open up a little bit. He talks about how bad the hate got that it almost led to him taking his own life. He thought about it. And it's very moving. And look, I was around. I was covering television. I was starting at my job in TV. I remember going to see Phantom Menace. I remember the hate that surrounded Jar Jar. But you put that aside, what the documentary reminds you of, it was an astounding accomplishment. That before that, there was never, yes, you mixed live actors with cartoons like Mary Poppins and Roger Rabbit, but to have an entirely computer animated character act alongside Liam Neeson, and Natalie Portman. That had never been done before 1999. And it just reminds you, it's such a cliche, but they create movie magic.
Absolutely. How far it's come now, too.
Still.
Yeah, still.
So go watch season 2. Oh, you'll love it. That's The Dish. We'll be back right after this with more. She is one of my favorite influencers ever, and I love her too. My friend Lisa Breckenridge is back, and this time she's giving us another one of her famous Trader Joe's recipe hacks. What is she making? You're going to find out. Plus, we're opening up the mailbag. That and more when we continue. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so glad you're here. I love you. Well, we only have our favorite people on the show, but she really is. I love this woman so much for a variety of reasons, but she really is one of my favorite people to follow on social media because she's real. Lisa Breckenridge is proof that life doesn't have to slow down once you reach your 50s, and society's like, no, we're done with you. Lisa wasn't done. She's known for her style, her wellness, and she's a legend in the making an easy Trader Joe's recipe. Audience, give it up for my buddy. There she is, Lisa Breckenridge.
Jason, I love you so much. You always make me feel so good. And isn't it nice to see a new face in town?
Yeah, no pun intended. Because Lisa's very real about it. Go follow Lisa because you have been very open about first of all, the fact that you're here 3 days after you had a procedure on your face, girl.
Well, it's like a week at this point, but I still have the bruising and the swelling. And I was talking to Bjorn. I'm like, I don't know that you guys are going to want to see my face all swollen and bruised. But he's like, no, let's go ahead and do it. And it was fun. Like, I share with people when I have a medical thing, like a trauma that, and a lot of people learn from it. Like, they learn to go get their bumps checked and their weird patches checked. And I've shared all of that, like the removal of skin cancer, the removal of a tumor. And this past week, I shared the fact that I had this type of a laser that literally takes little cores out of your face to tighten it. And then they took a little bit of the fat from my tush and then put that in my face. So now I have my tush in my face and we're ready to go.
Lisa, I love you, so I can say this because we're friends. How long do they have to look for fat on the tush? Because there is none.
It took a while, actually. But a little bad.
Oh, you look so great. Hey, I wanted to ask you too. We're going to get to the demo, everyone, but there's just we haven't seen you in a while. Lisa was also very open and bringing all of us that didn't live in LA, don't live in LA. Lisa brought us basically into her car during the wildfire. So, let me start with this. How are you and the family doing?
We are great, and we are so blessed. We live in Brentwood, so we were evacuated for 2 nights. But as you know, when I first met you, we were in the Palisades in some beautiful homes. We had 2 homes there. They're both gone. The kids' school gone. All of our friends who still live there have lost everything. And so it's hard to even try and wrap your head around what has happened. And we haven't even been able to get, like, I want to go see just our name still written in the cement in front of our first house in the Palisades. It's those little things that are just memories that, that are not there, but we're thankful. And we're thankful that our friends are okay, even though the ones who are there no longer have homes, which is just, you can't even fathom that.
You and I were both in the news business, so you know this. This isn't a criticism, it's just the reality. There's headlines. It makes the news every day, and then the media moves on to something else. So because of that, I want to ask you, because you do a lot of volunteer work, you're in the community. For all of us that aren't in the area, aren't hearing the local news, let's do a vibe check, Lisa. What is it like right now in LA months after the disaster?
People have an unbelievable spirit, of course. I was talking with someone after church yesterday she was one of the stories where a firefighter saved her and her dog. She was trapped in her car, and had she gotten out of her car, she never would have made it because there was another man who died with his dog doing the same thing. She stayed in her car. She blared her horn nonstop until the firefighters could find her.
Oh.
They rescued her. She was all over national news. And so yesterday after church, which, you know, we're all celebrating, you know, Easter and the true meaning of what this past weekend means for so many people. And she had just this unbelievable spirit, you know.
Oh.
But it is still, you look on PCH where we've had dinner before.
Yeah.
It's just banquet. And you don't necessarily know what, if any of those buildings will ever be able to come back because of the zonings.
Yeah.
And the ocean zoning. So it could be, it's going to be a while, but obviously the volunteering is still needed. Money is still needed. People just need to be hugged on top of that.
And we're going to break, but I'll just end with this. The reason I wanted to ask Lisa about this, and we'll get to the recipe, is there is still the perception that only movie stars and very rich people were affected by those fires, and that's just not the case. More with Lisa when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Stay with us. Not the case.
Let's make it a good day.
Back, everybody. More with my buddy Lisa Breckenridge. Follow her right now on social. You will not be sorry. Okay, let's get cooking, Lisa. What are we making today?
Okay, this is one of those seasonal things from Trader Joe's. It's the sweet corn burrata ravioli. I mean, it is on its own delicious, okay? But you know me, I like to jazz it up. And these basically are ways to make your Trader Joe item like a little extra special, because, you know, a lot of us are too busy to cook, but we still want to be able to feel like we're doing something special. So of course, I've already started with the butter and the garlic. Every recipe I use basically has butter and garlic in it. And then it just, let's be honest. And then I'm going to start adding in corn, okay? Frozen corn, I'm just going to add it in like that. I'm going to take the cream because, again, I grew up on cream. Everyone wonders why I'm tiny. I just say because I was inoculated at a very young age. My mom basically, if it didn't have cream or butter in it, it wasn't a meal. So we're just creating this base. I've taken some lemon zest right here. This is all on my Instagram so you can see. So we're just, you know, like giving it a little bit of an extra kick. This is some Parmesan cheese. We're gonna throw that in. This takes under 15 minutes to get on the table. And it's one of those things, my son doesn't always like my cooking. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, if you had to eat my meals every single night, you'd be tired of them too. This is one that he actually had second sub, salt, pepper, and again, things like this, you do it like according to taste. And then I'm gonna throw in extra lemon juice, and we're gonna throw in some basil, and then usually this sauce obviously would be thickened up a little bit, and then we're gonna take our delicious raviolis that are already cooked, and I'm just gonna put these in. It's interesting trying to cook in your kitchen and videotape yourself at the same time.
Yes. You're doing great though, Lisa. You're doing great.
I feel like when I went to Stanford, I was not taught how to do this. Somehow I missed that course. But you're just gonna kind of like let it all cook. And when you do your raviolis on the water, save a little bit of the extra water so that you can thin up the sauce if it's a little thick. By the way, I always double my sauces because the more the better, I always feel.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to pretend like that's all done. And I'm going to scoop it up here for you. And you'll see, did Bjorn make you some? I hope.
He sure did. Producer Bjorn's bringing some in. Oh, you're such a good server. Do I have to tip Bjorn? He just served me, Lisa. Do I have to tip him?
I think you should do something for him.
Lisa.
Whatever that may be, but look.
Oh, this looks so good, Lisa.
Shall we try it together?
Let's try it together. Here we go. Cheers, friend.
Okay, ready? Here's the big ravioli that's probably going to burn my mouth.
BB. Lisa and BB, you both did good. Oh, you know what? Because Lisa, you know what? I was going to be worried. I'm not always a cream-based sauce guy. This isn't that heavy, Lisa. This is a perfect consistency.
Well, and I think because of the lemon in there, it kind of cuts any of that as well. And just like a little bite of spring in your mouth, you know?
Yeah.
It's just a big bowl of love and spring. We like that.
I love this. Well, I miss you, sweetheart. It's so good to see you, even if it's on the TV.
When are you coming out? I had dinner with Haley and we talked about you on Saturday night. Like, when is he coming out? Why does he not love us anymore?
I know. I got to come out. I got to come out. Well, I got a house. I'm very busy chatting up with my neighbors.
I know. I've been watching. By the way, my dogs are officially done with the show. So
Yeah, it's like
sorry for
I live in
barking.
Knott's Landing now. I swear I live in Knott's Landing.
It's your dream come true.
I know. Give it up for Lisa, everybody. Be sure to follow her on social media and visit her website, happilylisa.com. Again, real quick, I'll say this quick. I always like to brag on her. She's a legend in LA TV, in TV news. She got to a certain age and the bosses were like, we're done with you because you're no longer, And she was like, forget you, and she reinvented herself, and now she's bigger than ever. And whenever someone does that, I go, you go. She's fantastic. We'll be right back, everybody. Back in a moment. What are you, 80?
Too small. I could tell it'd be too loud.
That's what Jeff said.
Yeah. We are the
You are the same person. Welcome back, everybody. From suggestions to light critiques to medium critiques to heavy critiques. We take time every week to read what you have to say about us, our show, our hair. It's time to open up the mailbag. Roll it, Leo. Here we go.
You've got mail.
Okay, here we go. First up, a question about my knife skills.
Oh.
I didn't know I had any, but here we go. Donna emailed us writing, I saw the Cooking Mom on your show, and I noticed that you were slicing the potato using your right hand. I know that you are left-handed, so my question, Jason, are you ambidextrous? I don't think so, but I bowl with my left hand. I don't know why I led with bowling, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, how often are you bowling? I've never seen you bowl in my life.
No, I used to be on a bowling league in junior high, but no, but I.
Were you actually cutting with your right hand?
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff with my right hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was probably taught to do it because, you know, like I brush my teeth. What do I do? No, left-handed. But you know, the
when you do the splits, do you do it with your left leg or your right leg forward?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I guess I'm a little ambidextrous.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm double jointed. I do know that.
Keep it to
Okay. Yeah, there we go. I'll show you later. Next up, a big response to my skinny girl margarita recipe that Fallon shamed me about last week. Sarah says, I heard Jason's recipe several seasons ago, and whenever I pour liquor now, I use what Jason does, and I go 1, 2, 3, and some for Oprah. Yeah. I do. I change the names, though. I sometimes say Sarah Jessica Parker. Susie says, oh my gosh, I drink my margaritas in a goblet too. Yeah. And Kelly did a variation. She tried the skinny marg and added Crystal Light to it, saying it was very tasty. Yeah. Now,
sorry for the face.
Okay, I will say you were in my home on Friday night.
Uninvited, yes.
And yeah, you just showed up. The Ring camera notified me of your presence. But you were in my home, and I made you one.
No, Colin made it. Colin made it. Well, I don't want to take credit away from... Colin had made one for himself, and I walked in, and he's like, do you want this? It was for me, but I'll make myself another one. I was like, I don't know if I can handle Colin's
Because this is Colin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One for Melissa Gilbert. One, yeah.
But it was delicious. But I did drink probably like this much of the goblet. I was like, I'm driving. I can't drink a full
I do
goblet.
serve them in little goblets, but yeah. Next week, the story from last week that everyone has an opinion about. I'm talking about the all-female Blue Origin space flight with Katy Perry, Gayle King, and other passengers. We posted my take on TikTok and received a lot of comments. Oh, hey, I don't care. You don't have to like me. Just engage. I don't care. That's all it matters. Beth commented, it's not about the trip. They can do whatever they want with their money. It's the media tour and them making it seem as though they accomplished something for women everywhere. It's weird. Letitia says this was a slap in the face to real astronauts who spend their lives training to get a chance to actually do scientific research in space. But Doxy, Doxy had a nicer take. I don't know why, but I thought this was so cool. When I finally got to watch it, I was emotional when they got back. What an experience of a lifetime. I'm not going to relitigate because I know people don't agree with me, and that's fine. I just have a different take on it, and I'm comfortable with that, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I got their point. Definitely, obviously, like Katie, Gail, and I can't remember that, Lauren, they kind of overshadowed the actual people who, it was probably a dream of theirs to go to space because of their actual education and training. A lot of people think maybe they should have used their money to sponsor someone who is in training. I think it probably should have just been advertised as this is like a rich person's like joyride kind of thing, more than a movement for women. That's my only thing. As a woman, that wasn't like, that didn't do anything for me as a woman.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad that they enjoyed it, but it's like, that's something that rich people can go do for fun, and they're not doing research. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But so I also am not going to rip apart Katy Perry and Gayle King for doing it. I don't care, but like,
because they're leading, unlike saying it takes away from astronauts, this is a different era. They're trying to lead to passenger space flights. That's what one of the things that, why do I care so much? I don't, anyway, finally, someone wants to rearrange the coffee table on our set.
Okay.
Linda emailed us and said, I enjoy your show and have my coffee time with you. However, she has a problem with the placement of the decor on our coffee table. She says, I want to reach into the screen and put the vase below, put the center, but center the floral decor on top. She says she loves decorating as a hobby and knows it's picky, and if it gets a chuckle, then that's okay. Okay, so... No.
Oh, okay.
No. No, we'll put that back.
Moral stretch.
There we go. Much better. There we go. Yeah. Just trust me, I'm gay. This is my people's work. This is what we do. This is what we do. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. But I appreciate it, sweetie. Hey, she cares. That's sweet. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating our club today. They get the exclusive birthday sash. A great time is had by all. That's right. You can celebrate your birthday with us in our studio. To sign up at eventbrite.com or the Eventbrite app when you book your audience tickets. And thanks to our partner, Home Furniture, I was there this weekend. Yeah, don't forget, if you can't be here on your exact birthday, we give you a few days before and after. And you want to start coming in the middle of the week because you could win a prize. We'll be right back. Back in a moment, everybody. Our claw machine. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Let's make it a good day.
Love that.
We do it our own way.
Welcome back.
Yeah, let's make it a good day.
Can I tell you, I just have a life observation.
Yeah.
We were going furniture shopping on Saturday, and we passed a Costco. A Costco on a Saturday is like the seventh ring of hell. I have never seen so many cars going in, and I looked at Colin and I go, oh, should we go in? And I didn't even finish the question, and he used a cuss word, and no. He's like, absolutely. He goes, we are not, don't even look at Costco. We're not going in there. No. Are you crazy?
And the parking lot designers, they do this as they design.
Yes.
And they make them chaotic. You're like in a corral. How do I get in? How do I get out? You don't. You live there now.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's how it works. Yeah.
We went to locally. It's the Maypal Grove. We went there, and it was like there was a line to get into the parking lot. I'm like, oh no. So Daddy went to Home Goods. I was fine. That's right. Yeah, got me a new plant. Anyway, tomorrow. Oh, Fallon is very excited. Snakes and reptiles tomorrow, right here. Emily the Snake Lady Lady is back, and Fallon's daughter will be here. Will she touch a snake?
Hard to say.
It's a cliffhanger. That's tomorrow, but right now that's going to do it for us. If you're watching, speaking of kids, if you're watching and you are a kid and you're being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Well, Mama...